back to another Trove update video. So today I would want to welcome you to the Forge More and Better edition. So this is the new update to Trove, and it actually focuses on forging, so you're gonna get a little sneak peek right here of what we're gonna be talking about. But first, let's start off with some other things. First, I want to start off with something that I very much like. It's actually the fact that there are new golden thread quests. So these are actually the beginner quests that have been added, like claim a cornerstone, place 25 blocks, which you can see I've done a bunch more right here. This actually tracks the stat for this, so this is my total placed blocks right now. Forge some equipment, complete some dungeons. That's all the dungeons that I have completed, which is quite a lot if you ask me. Join the club and go shopping. So the other ones are still there. Yeah, so it's actually very nice that some more of those have been added, especially because there's now more stuff like this in the store and some new mounts and stuff, and I'm still saving up some qubits to buy these Xenoline wings to show off to you guys, because I've actually already bought the Bloodseeker wings, but the Xenoline are still on my wish list. So yeah, that's a very, very, very awesome. Now the big thing about this update is the forging, which I am going to cover last in this video, because it's actually like a lot to talk about. So I'm gonna do some other things first, and the forging part is gonna be later in this video. So let's actually start off by looking at the update log here. So the forging update, forging has been updated. It's very more progressive instead of random now. So that's something that we're gonna be talking about in the later parts of this video. Let me see. That's all forging. There have been added some new shadow levels. Excuse me, which actually means that there's more rarities of shadow gear now, which is very interesting. But I'm gonna explain that a little bit later, so hang on for that. There have been added more rings, so when you destroy some of those resplendent boxes which have the resplendent rings in there, or the rainbow rings, you actually get a small chance of getting a shadow ring, which is very cool. It will be very great. And those can drop actually rings from shadow level 1 to 4, so if you are very lucky and you get a rank 4, level 4 shadow ring, you're gonna be happy. You're gonna be very, very happy. Rings now give no individual bonuses to stats, and rings always have a power value of 5. So that means that you're not going to be able to upgrade them. Loot drops equipment now. Excuse me. Equipment can now drop with a random number of bonuses on the stats and stars. Yeah, stats and stars. I read that correctly. And magic find can now trigger up to shadow level 4. So that's actually very cool that you're going to be able to find weapons like that in the wild, actually. So then a few updates to the game in general. New in the store, the Chaos Chest has been randomized once again. It now contains a chance, well, when you open it, you now have a chance of getting a clipper, getting a unicorn pet, which is very cool. Because, you know, always be yourself. Unless you get to be a unicorn, then definitely be a unicorn. And it also has a chance of getting a fully crafted Meowth. So that's very cool. 50 and 100 packs of Spring Pinatas are now on sale. So if we go to goods right here, you can see that they are now on sale, because they're going to be adding some new ones of those. Excuse me. Some new ones of those in the future. If we go right here, we can take a little bit of a look at the head of the Shadow Pinata that they're going to be adding in the future. So that's actually very, very cool. Now for adventuring, adventure boxes now drop slightly less than normal, and they're going to be in the game for 3 weeks instead of 2, so that's actually going to be very, very nice. So that means that when we go right here to our welcome screen, we can now see that this date here, right here, has been extended just a little bit, so you guys can farm up some more boxes and have a better chance at getting those mounts for you. So that's actually very cool. And now the Thursday bonus, which was a 100% bonus on monster drops, will now be a 200% bonus, which once again is visible right here. You can see it's now a 200% bonus right there. It's actually very, very handy. So that means on Thursday there are going to be even more loot drops. So that means more flux, and also means more adventure boxes and more Pemblocks and Meowths as well. So that's actually very cool, because I've only gotten one of those Meowths myself. NPC bosses now can spawn with the ability to summon turrets, so that's actually very, very cool. That's something they promised a few live streams ago, and it's been added into the game right now, because I guess it wasn't finished yet. And boss quest chests now drop 3 items, and minor quest chests now drop 2 items. So that's actually very nice. You're going to be able to get more flux, which you're going to need for the forging that we're going to talk about in just a few seconds. So also they kind of reduced the XP required to reach level 2 and 2 and then 3 and 4, 5 and 6. You know, just for the kids. So they can like play the game easier, I guess. Players under Mastery Rank 5 can no longer join custom chat channels, so that's actually very interesting. It's another thing why you should level your Mastery up. Spikes now deal damage over time, no longer as a big spike of damage when you stand on them. So that means the damage is gonna be more widely spread, which is also very nice. Increase the chance of shadow equipment to drop, mostly impact shadow arena rewards. So that's actually very cool. We're gonna see a bunch more shadow equipment, because right now it's really, really rare, but with the new system you're actually gonna be able to make some yourself, which is also very cool. Shadow caches now sometimes drop extra eyes of Cthulhu as a common role, which is not much special. Golden thread, added new golden thread objectives, which I've shown you, and split some dungeon, split out the initial dungeon completion golden thread objective into 2 objectives, so that's actually very cool. Some bug fixes, which I'm not gonna talk about, and then some stuff that I this, like at the bottom of the update log, there is some stuff that's only for advanced players. Now this is a bunch of numbers which will tell you the strength of some stats. Now I'm not gonna go over those because it's very, very difficult to understand and very difficult to talk about, because it's kind of difficult. So if you guys want to look at those, just update your Trove and press the little link underneath the play button, which is the patch notes, and then you will get a screen in front of you, and that will show you everything that has been added. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room, forging. So, when you start off in the game and you make yourself a crafting table, right there is a forge. Now this is a basic forge which can only be placed in cornerstones and club worlds. And this forge is actually used for leveling up the rank of a weapon. So if you see right here, we also have slots right here to tell us which items we are wearing currently, because you can see they are right here as well. And we can put them straight in there. We don't have to dequip them and put them in there like that. We just can press the button. It's very, very cool. Now you can see for shadow, like for these resplendent items, I just need some flux to upgrade them, some flux for this. For shadow weapons, I actually need um, Eyes of Cthulhu as well as Flux, which is also pretty interesting. But it's kind of logical because shadow weapons always were like associated with Cthulhu, and I hope actually we'll get a bunch more lore on him in the future because that's gonna be very very interesting. Um, Also, what I want to note is that this forge is used to upgrade the weapon. Now, if you want to do anything else to the weapon, you are gonna have to use the advanced forge right here. And you can see that I can put some pearls of wisdom on there to increase or the rarity, well, or the stats of the weapon. For example, if you look right here, you can see these little stars behind those stats. Those are actually bonuses. Now, with a Pearl of Wisdom, I can now upgrade the bonuses, but I can also upgrade, give it another stat. Now, this also already has its 4 stats, this weapon, so I'm not going to be able to do that anymore. Also, I can add a Twinkly Tome, and that's basically what the Advanced Forge is used for nowadays. Now, this forge is purely for upgrading stuff, and if we go down in the cellar of my Club World right here, we can take a look at the Chaos Forge, which has a very, very nice GUI. And this is actually pretty interesting to me. Now, I'm gonna put this one right in here. Now, it rerolls its stat now, or it rerolls the 3rd stat. Now, if I have 4 stats on it, like here, it only rerolls this the 5th stat, the 4th stat. Excuse me for that mistake there. So that's actually very interesting. Personally, I don't use that very often, but some people do, so it's very nice to know that. It doesn't randomize all your stats right now, so that's very, very interesting. Now, how the upgrading system works is when you are upgrading, for example, this shadow weapon, when you fill up all these stars, so when you upgrade it 5 times, you will have filled up all these stars, and it will ask you for a shadow soul, I think. Now, this shadow soul, you can acquire that by making another shadow weapon of the same rank, of the same rarity, and deconstructing that. And then you have to upgrade it with that, and then you will be able to go up a rank in the shadow ranks. Now, shadow rank will actually upgrade your physical damage or your health regen or stuff like that. It's with percentages, so it goes up quite a lot, which is very interesting. Also, something that works with percentages is the bonuses right here, so the little asterisks behind the stats. 1 asterisk or 1 little star there is plus 10%, and 2 is plus 20%. Now, the max that 1 stat can have is 2, so this weapon is actually very, very good right there. So that's actually very well done, this system. I really like it. And just for you guys, I am going to upgrade this weapon, because it's gonna go up a rarity. Well, these are full, so it probably is going to. Well, as you can see, if I want to, for example, upgrade this, it only costs me, it only costs 50 flux. When I do it with this weapon, if I can put it in there, there we go. It costs 500, so that's gonna cost me quite a bunch, but it's worth it. So, bam. It's now a rainbow weapon. That's very, very cool. Now, if you want to go from a resplendent or a rainbow weapon, which are actually the same, to a let's say shadow weapon, then you're gonna have to use a perfect prism, because it's kind of like a big jump in, well, lore wise, because it's going from light to dark, but darkness is stronger for some reason. And you're gonna have to use a perfect prism. Now, they are you can get them via the store right here. They're kind of pricey in my opinion, but still, it's kind of worth it, I guess. But yeah, you can see that this weapon is getting quite beast. I'm gonna try and keep updating this, because this started off as just a legendary weapon, and I've been upgrading it ever since, just to get it up there in the higher ranks. And my dream is to get this all the way up to a higher rank shadow weapon, because it's got all of those stars on there, all of those bonuses, and I really like it. So yeah, that's actually forging. Well, that's just a bit of forging, because the things that you're gonna be able to do with this are pretty much insane. For example, when we upgrade this, you can see we have 1 star right there. It's also going to use a bunch of those. Um, so yeah, that's actually very cool what they've done with this. I really like the rework on the GUI. Also, something that that my girlfriend actually stumbled upon is the fact that there is a new class. So it's a ghost pirate. Well, a new race actually. It's a ghost pirate. I don't really know when this was added. I assume it was added with the fish and chips update, and I just overlooked it for some reason. I don't know why. Didn't really think about checking this out, but still, it's very nice that she came across this. So it's just a new customizable option, but I'm still gonna stick with my robot because he looks very nice, and I've kind of grown fond of him. So that's actually very cool. Now some things have actually changed in the collection. Right here we can see a little sneak peek at the mounts for next week. These are dragons, it looks like. It says something of like sea and stuff like that, so maybe sea dragons. I don't know what this is going to turn out to be, but they look very, very cool, and I hope I really get my hands on these two and then on these two, because I kind of want to keep my little streak going right here. Some of you guys might have seen my fail video where I opened like 90 of these bento boxes and I didn't get anything out of those. So yeah, that's something that has changed. Also, something that has changed, you can see the new window popping up. So it's like darker blue stuff, and it's kind of like the new Trove style, which they're gonna be converting everything to, which is very cool actually. But something with it is actually broken. As you can see, it doesn't. It no longer shows the amount of mastery that the thing that you're pointing at gives you. So that's actually very unfortunate. It was really handy in the past, and they just added it actually. It hasn't been out for so long. So yeah, also there's a summer piñata here, which is also pretty new. And we can also have a look at the where is he? The shadow piñata right there. So those are some things that have changed. Other stuff in here hasn't really changed, so that's not really anything to talk about right now. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. The update has run like a little bit late. It wasn't on my part. It's not like I forgot to make the video or something. The update actually just came out. It just was delayed a day. I don't know why. I actually asked the developers, but they haven't really answered. They just said that it was gonna be like a day's late, but they didn't go into details. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave a like if you have. Subscribe for more comments. Well, also comment, but subscribe for more content. And I really hope to see you guys in the next video, and I hope you have a very, very nice day. So, bye guys.